What's happening, everyone? It's Wilson, and in this video, I want to help you decide whether or not you should choose Fundrise as a real estate investment, or should you choose the traditional rental real estate type of deal. I've done both, so in this video, I will go over my results using both of them, and I will tell you which one that's probably best for you. So starting off, let's talk about my rental. A while back, I'm always very into investing, so I decided to get into real estate because I'm part of a couple of real estate investment groups, and I purchased a real estate property under mortgage in Las Vegas, in Nevada, and it was a turnkey solution, meaning that there's already people living in there, and they're already paying rent. I didn't have to deal with too much. It was just a transfer of the papers, and I started collecting rent every single month. So every single month, I roughly average more or less, depending on the expenses, around $500 in profit from the rental income after after mortgage, after all the expenses, after property management fees, and stuff like that. Um, I did all the calculations, I did all the costs, and it came up to a number of roughly 5.9 to 6.1 return. Now, this would definitely differ depending on the market and location, and how much you're renting it out for, how much your mortgage is. So everyone's rental is different, but that was mine. It was 5 to 5.9% roughly for a return in terms of profits. So I do use a property manager, but one of the downsides with actual physical rental property is that you have to pay a lot of expenses out of your pocket. Like, there's plumbing problems, and the property manager will call you. They will find somebody to do it for you, but you have to pay. There was still some stuff like where I had to visit the property. So there was still some work done, and it wasn't really hands off like Fundrise. I had to deal with like LLCs and, as I mentioned, calls. Sometimes the tenant would call me instead of calling the property manager. So there was a lot going on and with the rental property. But I did feel that I actually own the physical asset that I can touch, that I can go see, I can change the color of the house. I can do rehabs and I can sell it anytime. And it's definitely fun to watch the market price go up all the time, right? Because we're in a kind of like a bull market for the real estate, and it's good to see the value of your home go up, but at the same time it can go down too. So that is a downside. Now let's talk about Fundrise. So I started playing around with Fundrise with roughly $1,000. 500 is the minimum for most people to get started now. They changed the rules, but of course, I would never recommend the minimum. I always like to go for something where they give you more value, and at that time, I chose to start off with 1,000. Now, I have been adding more and more to Fundrise on auto deposit, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I did all the calculations like I did with my rental property, and just in dividends in 2018, I was able to get 7.8% return. So that's pretty much higher than the amount of profit that I got from my traditional rentals, which makes this a really great option for me. What I really love about Fundrise is the fact that you get to see property updates. So I will receive a new email every couple of days telling me that they acquired a new project, or they started building, or something completed, they made a sale, or something like that. And another thing that I really love is that you're able to set different goals based on what it is. I choose balance investing. There's three options, but I can also add an auto deposit. So from whatever I make from my income, I put a little bit into it every single month, and I can adjust it. So that's something that I really love about Fundrise. You can also choose to reinvest your dividends, which is what I do. But a lot of people, they also choose to just have it direct deposited into the bank account. Now, here's the downside. There could be a 3% penalty if you withdraw early. I did not know about this when I first started to get into Fundrise. So this is something that you should take note of. And basically what happens, what they want is that for you to at least put money into Fundrise for 5 years before you actually withdraw anything back into your bank account. And if you do, you will be subject to roughly a 3% penalty, which, kind of sucks. Now, here are my final thoughts. Choose Fundrise if you're somebody that works in a remote environment, you relocate a lot, you don't have time to deal with property management, you don't have time to be hands-on, and Fundrise is just a great option for you to just log in your account and just check all the property updates and check how much you made in dividends. Choose Fundrise if you don't want to deal with property management, exactly what I said earlier. But you can choose traditional rental if you're somebody that's more hands-on, you like fixing stuff, you don't mind being your own handyman, maybe that's your expertise, or you have an uncle or somebody in your family that runs a construction company that you can get a discount on. That might be a better option for you because you can always renovate the property for a cheaper price and then sell it or rent it out for a higher price. Both are great options. That's my conclusion. And you should never put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to investing or trading. So I will stick with both, and that's what I choose to do. But if I had a choice, because I travel so much, and I'm definitely not somebody that can climb up a roof and fix it or fix a toilet at all. I'm just more of a tech guy. I would choose Fundrise because of the minimum that is required to even deposit. So those are my thoughts, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and thumbs up, and thanks for watching. Again, it's Wilson.